Hi, my name is Brenda Herchmer. Welcome to FF103 Part One of the Value of Strategic Foresight and Systems Thinking. This module is mostly about helping you prepare for what we know is a rapidly changing and often uncertain future. So this is about providing you with practical resources and strategies to help you strengthen and position your organization and your community or business to ensure that we have a stronger, healthier, and more vibrant community. Here's what we intend to do in this module. For some, it will likely be a confirmation of what you may already know. There's a lot of wisdom and experience in those who are participating in this course, but it might also give you a different and a clearer way for explaining what you're already doing intuitively and why some things are working with your initiative or community work and some aren't. So this is really about helping you understand more about strategic foresight and systems thinking and how to incorporate that as a critical component of community-led development, to help you be more comfortable with future-focused terminology because there is a language of futurists, as well as help you support receptiveness to change. So here's what we know. We know it's no longer possible to accurately predict the future. Instead, it's about being better prepared for the change that's coming at us, as well as being able to work collaboratively to create a plausible, meaningful future that can be achieved. Since we know it's no longer possible to predict, then the futurist really is more about looking across the ecosystem of everything that we want to do in order to move into a better world, and then figure out exactly what part of it you might be able to influence in the work that you do. So what exactly is strategic foresight? Well, it's really about looking into the future and then figuring out what's coming so that you can be better prepared. So this is especially important right now because we're living in a time of what futurists are referring to as VUCA. And VUCA is an acronym for volatility, uncertainty, chaos, and ambiguity. And that certainly describes where we're at right now. So many are also saying that strategic foresight can be as important as strategic planning in times of VUCA. So not only does strategic foresight help us provide new pathways for shaping better outcomes, it also helps us to see that change that comes from both the world as well as from ourselves. It's not just coming at us, we can influence it. It helps us prepare and anticipate and just be ready for expected as well as unexpected global changes. And it really provides us strategies to influence change realistically within our spheres of influence. Peter Drucker describes strategic foresight as saying, I never predict. I just look out the window and see what is visible but not yet seen. So strategic foresight includes understanding key concepts such as systems thinking and learning how to support change. It's also about knowing that the future is the result of two things. First of all, it's about inbound, and secondly, it's about outbound change. And so inbound change is representative by that little guy there with the sledgehammer, because sometimes that's what it feels like when we're being impacted by all of these changes. So it's about changes in the world that are coming at us, so this inbound change, but it's also about the change that we can create change ourselves to help us move toward our preferred future. And that's referred to as outbound change. So it's like the guy here with the magnet. We'll end this section with a quote by Margaret Heffernan, who said that, I think whereas in the past we used to think a lot about just-in-time management, now we have to start thinking about just in case. And by that she means we need to prepare for events that are generally certain, but still remain pretty ambiguous. But that's what really gives us the capacity for adaptation and variation and invention. And that's why it's important to think about the future. As well, she points out, the less we know about the future, the more we're going to need these tremendous sources of human, messy, and unpredictable skills.